Hi, this is Elaine from Parties and Patterns. In Machine Quilting Part 1, we talked about the simple stipple stitch. Well, now that you've been practicing, I'd like to share with you some of my favorite freehand stitches. And one that I love to do on borders is just basically a long loop stitch. And first of all, we're going to pull up that bottom thread like we taught you in our last video. And we're just basically going to go back and forth, looping at each end. And you don't need to worry about your stitches being even or straight, because when all of your stitches are crooked, it turns out really good in the end, and you'll love your quilt. And that's what that looks like. Another favorite stitch that I love is, we're going to bring up that bottom thread again, is a half circle like we did in the stipple stitch. And then we do a scalloped stitch around the half circle. And then we do it again. Keep on repeating that same pattern across your quilt. That looks like that. And now that you've been practicing and have the freehand stitches down, we're going to go to templates. Now you can buy some really cute commercial templates at the store. And with these templates, you just trace them onto your quilt. I like to use the disappearing ink pen, and I also love to use the quilter's chalk. And this quilter's chalk comes with different colors. The lighter colors you use for the dark fabrics, and the darker chalk you use for the lighter fabrics. Another fun method to get your pattern onto your quilt is you take several sheets of tissue paper. And if you have 20 blocks, if you have 30 blocks, however many blocks you're going to be putting this pattern onto, have that many pieces of tissue paper. Trace your template onto your fabric, onto your tissue paper, I mean, and then take the thread out of your needle and stitch along this pattern, and it's going to make a perforated pattern that goes through every single tissue paper. Now you have 20 or 30 patterns, and then you take each pattern and put it on your block, and you can just sew along that perforated line. Another method that I love is you can take plastic canvas that you can just buy at your general store. I like to use canvas because it doesn't wear away when you trace around it, and these will last forever. And you can use any shape. I love this because you can be as creative as you want to be, and you can use any shape. You can bats, cats, houses, hearts, any shape you want to. And in this case, I cut out 2 star shapes. One is a little bit bigger than the other one. And then you take your quilt and randomly just trace these shapes on your quilt. And to connect these shapes, you draw loops, and that connects them, and it makes a really cute pattern going across your quilt. And then you just sew along the line, and here again, you don't need to worry about being perfect right on the line, because that will just wash out. I hope you have fun making beautiful quilts and being creative, and let me know how it works out for you.